For the best medical and paramedical lectures, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to stay connected with us.
Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Myself Trivedi Devanshi, pursuing BSc Nursing from Veena Singhi College of Nursing, Ahmedabad. Today our topic is a menstrual cycle. So as we heard the word menstruation or a menstrual cycle, so many questions arises in our mind like when it starts, when it ends, is it for a lifetime, how long each cycle is, how much is bleed, what does a period look like, and so many. So today I have all the answers of your questions in this video. So first we have to understand what is menstruation. The process in a woman of discharging blood and other material from lining of the uterus at interval of about 1 lunar month, that is 28 days, from puberty till menopause except during pregnancy. So menstruation is a process of discharging a blood and other material at a regular interval of 28 days. It starts from the puberty and ends at a menopause, and this cycle doesn't occur in a pregnant woman. So what is a menstrual cycle? Let's have a small overview. So during each menstrual cycle, an egg develops in the woman and it is released from the ovaries. The lining of a uterus builds up. Then if a pregnancy doesn't happen, the uterine line shades off and a menstrual period occurs, and the fluid is known as a menstrual fluid. Okay, so here is a two terminology. First menarche and second is a menopause. So what is menarche and what is menopause? So when the menstruation starts in a girl at the age of around 12, it is known as a menarche. A woman's first menstruation typically occurs around age of 12. Occurrence depends on overall health and a diet. Okay, and menopause is a ending of a woman's reproductive phase. Commonly occurs between age of 45 to 55. Age of menopause is largely the result of genetics. Okay, now normal features of a menstruation. So as we all have a questions like what's the duration of a menstrual flow, what's the quality, amount of blood loss, flow pattern, associated symptoms. So here all the answers. First, what's the duration? So it lasts from 3 to 7 days. The exact duration varies from woman to woman. It however shows little or no variations for the same woman from cycle to cycle. Most women do not experience cycle to cycle changes more than 1 or 2 days. It is unusual for the same woman to have wide swings such as 3 days duration in one cycle and then 7 days in other. Means it is not necessary that you have a interval of 28 days only. There is a swings like 3 days or 7 days, means there is a no worry about it. Okay, and it varies from woman to woman. Now what is the quality of the menstruum? Menstrual blood is normally bright or light red in a color, like the bleeding that occurs after a knife cut or a similar injury. It could look like brown in some few women and still be normal menstruation. It must not have a foul odor. Small clots may be normal part of a menstrual blood. Okay, now what is the amount of a blood loss? The average blood loss during the normal menstruation is about 35 ml with a range of 10 to 80 ml, usually understood from the number of pad soaks. Okay, so during each cycle there is a 35 ml or in a range 10 to 80 ml blood loss. Okay, then the flow pattern. Normally as menses begins to flow, the amount of blood loses seems to increase gradually until it attains a maximum and then start diminishing at the end of a flow draws near. This pattern is described as crescendo decrescendo pattern. Okay, what happened in that? First it increases and then it diminishing at the end. Now associated symptoms. What are the symptoms associated with the menstrual cycle? Normal menstruation may be accompanied by other symptoms such as breast fullness, mild lower abdominal pain or irritability, fluid retention, cramping, mood swings, weight gain, breast tenderness, diarrhea, constipation, like this all. Okay, so now hormones also involved in a menstrual cycle. So which are the hormones? Let's have a look. So first FSH, estrogen, LH, that is luteinizing hormone, and progesterone. So FSH, that is follicle stimulating hormone, is secreted from anterior pituitary gland. Functions are stimulates follicular growth, stimulates estrogen secretion. Okay, then the estrogen secreted from the ovaries. Functions are development of endometrium, stimulates LH secretion, inhibits LH and FSH. Then LH is secreted from anterior pituitary. Functions are surge causes ovulation, development of corpus luteus, stimulus progesterone secretion. Then the last progesterone is secreted from ovaries and functions are thickening of endometrium, inhibits LH and FSH. So here there are 4 hormones which plays important role in the menstrual cycle. Now here is the important part of the video. Menstrual cycle can be divided into 3 phases. First, menstrual phase, second, proliferative or follicular phase, third, secretory or a luteal phase. So now here the diagram of a whole menstrual cycle. So as there is a 4 phases, you can see in the first phase, that is menstrual phase, the uterus lining is shading and blood is coming out. Then in the follicular phase, you can see the small follicular in the ovary. Then in the third, ovulation takes place, and in the last step there is a luteal phase. So first let's have a look about the menstrual phase. Menstrual phase. So menstruation, menstrual bleeding, menses, periods is all about the menstruation. Discharge of a bloody fluid containing endometrial cells, glandular secretion and blood cells lasts from 3 to 5 days. Results of the previous menstrual cycle. Due to strong vasoconstriction and prolactinic activity, functional stratum of endometrial tissues dies and is discharged during the menstrual bleeding. Okay, it is a discharge of a bloody fluid which contains endometrium cells, glandular secretion and other blood cells, and it lasts from 3 to 5 days. Endometrium becomes very thin, but due to low estrogen levels, hypophysis secretes more FSH. FSH stimulates secretion of estrogen and estrogen serves as proliferation signal to the endometrial basal layer. In this, what happens? Endometrium becomes very thin and there is a low level of estrogen. So which secretes FSH, more and more FSH. So the level of FSH is high during these phases. Okay, here look at the diagram. Uterus sheds its inner lining, you can see here, and then menstrual fluid occurs. Okay, this is all about the menstrual phase. Now the second phase is a follicular phase. Due to the rise of follicle stimulating hormone, during the first days of the cycle, severe ovarian follicles are stimulated. Follicle compete with each other for dominance. The follicle that reaches maturity is called Graafian follicle. So as we see that in the menstruation phase, the FSH increases. So here what happens? The FSH increases. So due to that, ovarian follicles are stimulated, and then they compete with each other for the dominance, and then they reaches at the maturity, and which is known as a Graafian follicle. The follicle which gets the maturity is known as Graafian follicle. As they mature, the follicle secretes increasing amount of estrogen, which thickens the new functional layer of endometrium in the uterus. Estrogen also stimulates crypts in the cervix to produce fertile cervical mucus, At the end of this phase, ovulation occurs. So we have seen that the level of estrogen is low in the menstrual phase. So in the follicular phase, the follicle increase the amounts of estrogen, which helps to thickens the wall of the uterus, that is the endometrium. Okay, and at the end of this phase, ovulation occurs. You can see the egg follicle and also the endometrium begins to develop in the follicular phase. Now ovulation. So what happened in the ovulation phase? During the follicular phase, estrogen suppresses production of luteinizing hormone from the pituitary gland. When the ovum has nearly matured, levels of estrogen reaches a threshold above which they stimulate production of LH. The release of LH matures the ovum and weakens the wall of follicle in the ovary, causing the fully developed follicle to release its secondary oocyte. After being released from the ovary, the ovum is swept into the fallopian tube. Okay, so here you can see the ovum is released from the ovary and it is then goes to the fallopian tube, and from the fallopian tube it enters into the uterus. Okay, so here this process is known as ovulation or ovulation phase. Now the last one is a luteal phase. What happens in this? Corpus luteum, solid body formed in an ovary after the ovum has been released into the fallopian tube, produce significant amount of progesterone, which plays a vital role in making the endometrium receptive to implantation of the blastocytes. High level of E and P suppresses production of FSH and LH that the corpus luteum needs to maintain itself. Falling level of progesterone triggers menstruation and the beginning of the next cycle. Okay, so what happened in the luteal phase? When the ovum has been released into the fallopian tube, there is a formation of a luteum, okay, which produces significant amount of progesterone, and progesterone plays a vital role in making the endometrium receptive to implant of the blastocytes. Okay, then falling the level of progesterone triggers menstruation and begins of the next cycle. So as the ovum doesn't get fertilization, means if the process of fertilization doesn't happen, then the next cycle is begin. Okay, look at the picture. Here you can see if there is a no fertilization, so it leads to the next menstrual cycle. And here the overall graph of the menstrual cycle, you can see that in the first menstruation phase the FSH level is high, then the estrogen level is high in the follicular phase, then ovulation takes place, and then in the luteal phase progesterone level is high, and then it's low to takes place of a next menstrual cycle. Okay, so friends, here we come to know about the whole menstrual cycle. Thank you so much for watching the video, and yes, you can, if you have any doubts or query related to this topic, you can ask us in the comment section, and you can also suggest us any topic or a procedure related to medical or a paramedical line so that we can take lecture on that. Again, thank you so much. Like and share our video to your friends, subscribe our channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon.
Do like, leave a comment and share with your friends.